Well, here I am in Essex, in southern England. Can you tell us your name and the organisation that you've developed for people who've had mouth cancer?
Hiya, I'm Karen. I'm Karen Liesching-Schroder. I can't really say that very well. And I am a patient ambassador for the Mouth Cancer Foundation, which is a small charity in the UK.
And tell us what you do, Karen. I've been watching your work all the way from Australia, and so I've travelled here by train to meet you. Share with the head and neck cancer community what you're doing with your fellow patients.
Okay, well, I'm a survivor after 8 years of having tongue cancer surgery and radiotherapy. So I recognise the struggles that other patients go through with head and neck cancer. And the Mouth Cancer Foundation set up a weekly Zoom meeting for support for patients and family members in COVID. And it took off massively. It was very popular. It's a safe space to talk. And I co-host that with Justin Harding, who is a dental hygienist and president-elect of the Mouth Cancer Foundation. And the foundation decided it might be an idea to have another type of support in the Mouth Cancer Foundation support group, which is a private group on Facebook, which I man for them. And we have professionals there, but it's the main component of it is for patients and family members from all around the world to be able to connect and talk in another safe space. And I make it a mission to connect with each person that posts within the group, help signpost them and show them they're not alone, because it's a very lonely and isolating cancer and it's not talked about enough.
2 or 3 of the topics that come up again and again, your peer support work that you think are really tough for people who've had this cancer.
So initially you've got people going through diagnosis and surgery and treatment, which is tough going, so we support the patients through that. And then we've got the patients that are suffering afterwards with what is called late effects. Late effects can happen from 6 months, a year, and from there on. A lot of patients start noticing late effects from 5 years, some after 10, and they're finding it hard because there's not enough support out there. And that's another aspect that comes into it. And I don't want patients feeling alone with this. I know what it's like. I suffer. And it shouldn't just be a case of you've had a cancer, we've treated you for a cancer on your way. It doesn't work like that because we need quality of life, which is really, really important.
You're working with your local health service to try to get late effects clinics. Tell us what you're hoping to achieve and then some of the challenges you've discovered on this journey.
Okay, right. Well, there aren't enough late effects clinics around. There's only a few in the country, and hear amazing things about them. And I thought, I want one here where we live, in my hospital.
So where are you?
So my hospital is Southend University Hospital, and we haven't got a late effects clinic at the moment, but I am working closely with Nikki Wiles, who is head of radiotherapy physics, and some other professionals through the East of Essex Cancer Alliance, who are helping us, who have already got a late effects clinic, and are helping us get a pilot scheme together. It's not easy. A lot of it is about funding, the lack of funding, but it's also about education. I have been spending the last few months educating head and neck cancer professionals and GPs and primary care on what patients really need and the services that we need. It's a really, really intricate and a lot of professionals aren't aware. So I'm trying to build these different connections up in order to help the wider audience of head and neck cancer patients.
I think you've had the experience of some patients who are just so isolated. It might be because of disfigurement or difficulties being understood. Just give us a sense of what you're learning by encountering people in the privacy of Zoom.
Okay, I think it's fair to say people are very isolated after having this cancer. This cancer's very visual, with the scarring or facial disfigurement. It's also very evident with how people talk, confidence issues, and low self-esteem, depression, not being heard. There's a lot of not being heard, and recently we have been discussing a late effect that doesn't get addressed much at all, and that is intimacy. My partner, my husband and I have this struggle, and that there isn't the help and support out there. And because professionals don't talk to their patients about this, nobody knows who to talk to. And we felt it was time to address this issue with patients. And oh my words, it's opened up. Some people say it's opened up a whole can of worms. I'm saying no, it's opened up a safe space to talk our feelings out.
Because you shared on Facebook some of your own experience, difficulties with losing part of the tongue or losing sensation and so on. And then you had a Zoom meeting, I think was it last night even?
Last night, yeah.
So just a few observations from your first Zoom talking about intimacy with people who've had mouth cancer.
Okay, so I suppose it's simple things like when you lose sensation, part of your face or your neck, when it comes to simple things like hugging someone, and it's sort of comfortable on the side that you've got no sensation. And then you have things like being able to kiss or not being able to kiss. I had no sensation in my tongue. I have no idea what my tongue is. I haven't got all my tongue. It wasn't rebuilt. You also have patients who have had their tongue rebuilt or part of their mouth rebuilt, and they have hairs growing out of the skin graft. Obviously, not only is that uncomfortable, it's a visual side, and a lot of what we don't think about is the partners and how the partners feel about their partner having gone through the cancer. Partners are so forgotten. And we need to recognise this as well, because they've been through this journey as well. So that has been brought up within the Zoom meeting as well. I felt our patients were very brave. Yes. We talk about it. I felt our patients on our support group, on the online one where they type in, they were very brave in coming up with how it was affecting them. And it just broke my heart. And this isn't addressed at all anywhere, and we need to address this.
Oh, thank you so much. I just, for those people for whom this is all totally new, can you explain why you may have hairs inside your mouth after the surgery?
Of course. So if you're having to have part of your oral cavity rebuilt, the surgeons take skin grafts from another part of your body. So it might be to have a skin graft from your arm, your leg. It could even be from your pelvic area. So initially you will have hairs, and they don't always remove the hair before the graft is put in place. Radiotherapy might rectify that, but it doesn't always happen. Some patients have it growing back. It not only causes discomfort for eating and swallowing, but it's unpleasant when you're talking, and it can cause problems with intimacy as well. It's very visual, isn't it?
Can I just say, on behalf of all head and neck cancer patients, thank you so much for your work, and it's such a joy to be with you here in Essex, in the south of England.
It's been an absolute honour. I've watched everything that you do, Julie, and it's been lovely to meet you, and I'm happy to help, and hope we can get some more help for our patients.
Thank you.